The lunch rush. What's up, boys?
I will say this. Hello. I did put a larger than usual unit on the over 8.5 last night because on FanDuel, FanDuel.com/Abdalla, it was still -110.
Oh, good for you.
8.5.
You beat some of the steam there.
Now it's -125 on FanDuel.
Wow.
And that's better than some other places I've looked.
It is better because
Yeah.
I saw it at 140, Adam.
Wow.
So yeah, all right.
Pencil whip.
So, looking at some of these numbers, most regular season rookie passing yards for next year, Caleb is the favorite at +110. J.J. McCarthy +250. Jaden Daniels +350. Bo Nix at 8-1.
You know, I love what the Bears have in their receiving room almost as much as any trio in the league. I think the Vikings, you can make an argument, have a hell of a collection of weapons up there too. And I know Jefferson's not all that happy right now, but he's not going anywhere. So I guess I could see it for JJ. I still think the great unknown with JJ is just, do we know enough? I mean, he just didn't throw it a lot in that offense the last couple of years. So we'll see. I'm still somewhat skeptical. We can't cheer for him as much because he's in the division now. You know, he's a local kid. I think everybody was sort of on board, cheer for the local kid. Can't cheer for him as much because he's in the division.
You can cheer for him in every game except when he's playing you.
Yeah, but
Would you mind if they beat the Packers twice?
No, I wouldn't mind
You
that.
wouldn't mind
That's true.
Right?
I wouldn't mind that, Jurko.
If they
You don't want to cheer for him too much.
If you gave Detroit a hard game, a couple tough games, where you made him get taxed a little bit, maybe forced the guy to play a little harder than he had to and strain a hammy on the other team, that can only help the Chicago Bears.
I'll just add on to what Adam was saying, too, about some of the numbers. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Caleb, obviously the favorite at 2-1.
That's my next one. Thanks.
Oh, go. You go then, Adam. Go ahead. I didn't know you were going there next.
No, I was going to go there next. Caleb Williams is +210, but his passing yards are still at 3,400. That's up from when we talked about him, I believe, last week. It was 3,350.
That's right.
Now it's up to 3,400.
Yeah, I would. Boy, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid and pastry here, but I'm taking the over. I'm sorry.
The only thing that derails him off that number is injury.
Yes, of course. And you can't predict that, but I'm taking the over. He plays 16, 17 games. I'm taking the over.
Some odds for Rome Odunze's regular season numbers. Regular season receiving yards over or under 675.5.
Well, it's interesting how to try to slot in the rookies. Plus, he's playing with two guys that are arguably two of the 15, 18 best receivers in the league. I mean, that's a tough number, man. I don't know. I've got to stop and think about that for a second. How's it going to be allocated?
If your quarterback gets to 4,000 yards, there's a possibility.
Yeah, that's true.
So your tight end's going to have 10 yards a catch. If he gets 70 catches, he's at 700 yards. 1,400 for your top receiver, 1,500. Your second receiver probably gets 1,100. And then you've got a handful of things left for your third receiver. And if it's not 1,100, you're looking at 4,000. You're giving up 4,000 yards amongst your guys.
Right.
So how do you do it?
Yeah. It's 26. Now, they were on different.
If he's your third receiver.
And that's what you think
then
it might
life becomes difficult to try to get that 800 number.
That's what I'm saying. If you look, they were not teammates, and they were sort of they were their own team's number one. So it's not a perfect way to view them as a set of teammates now, and how the allocation might be divvied up. But Allen and DJ Moore last year combined for just over 2,600 yards. Yeah. It's a lot of yardage. All right, Adam, what else?
Bears 40-1 to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I saw 30-1 actually this morning on one site too.
Yeah.
Boy, FanDuel's given a good set of lines there, my friend.
Just saying. FanDuel.com/Abdalla. Did you guys see this David Tepper story?
Oh, God, now what? I did not.
He was walking by a bar yesterday, and the marquee on the bar said, "Please let the coach and GM pick this year." And he went inside. There's video footage of him going inside and talking to the people at the front of the bar. He takes the hat off of the most egregious thing he did, not walking in and complaining about the sign and asking them to change it, but is taking the hat off of someone who I can't tell if they were wearing a Panthers hat or it was another hat or something, but he removed the hat from one of the people working there.
What?
And then there's video, there's not really audio of it, of him criticizing them for having this on their marquee of the bar as like a funny message. Please let the coach and GM pick this year.
I think, first of all, that's hilarious by the bar. This guy's a wackadoodle. Plain and simple. I mean, I don't know what else you could say about David Tepper.
In the old days, they'd have shown him the door. They'd have thrown him out by the seat of his pants.
I mean, really.
Told him to hit the bricks and get the hell out of Dodge.
I don't know. I mean, he did something right with his mind because he made himself billions, so good for him. But he's a complete wacko.
Yeah.
I don't know what else. What can you say? I mean,
he's a wacko.
The gall, the nerve, the hubris. I guess when you're a billionaire,
you take a man's hat off.
hand.
Remember, me and Harry had the issue in Boston where Harry knocked my hat off.
You take a hat off of somebody. And
I did tell Harry, I said, I don't know what you think you're doing.
You might expect to get popped.
I said, but you have now crossed the line. I go, you need to be careful. I don't know what world you come from.
Right.
But when you take a man's hat off like that, that is not that is a gesture of let's drop the gloves and let's go. Period.
David Tepper,
wow. I don't know how I missed that story. What else, Adam?
Roger Goodell was on Punting with Pat McAfee, and he talked about moving the season to 18 games, getting rid of a preseason game, and this would put the Super Bowl. He would like to have the Super Bowl played on President's Day weekend so people could have Monday off.
Monday off. We've sort of hinted at that, right, for a while.
Well, the Super Bowl's on February 8th and 9th in the next couple years.
Yeah?
Yeah, February 8th and February 9th in the next 2 years. Then I think it gets kicked back a week.
How many years, guys, until the Super Bowl is on Memorial Day weekend? Can we celebrate the 4th of July with the Super Bowl? Is that possible?
That's going to be hard.
I always think the Super Bowl has to be played before Easter.
I would think so.
One would think.
It'll be.
St. Patty's Day.
They're going to go to 18. I think we've all hinted at this for a little while. They're going to go to 18.
But why wouldn't they start on Labor Day?
President's Day, like just for example, next year, it's always usually somewhere around the 20th. Next year, it's the 17th. It'll be very soon where that Monday will be a government holiday, a day off for a lot of people, and the Super Bowl will be played that weekend. That's going to happen, and we've hinted at that for a little while, knowing that they were going to expand the schedule.
I still think it would be easier to just put it on Saturday. Like, you can. You could do it on Saturday.
I mean, of course you could. I don't. You know what? I don't know how I feel about that, Adam. I mean, what do I care at the end of the day? It's the Super Bowl. It's going to be a fun day no matter what. We're all going to watch it. I guess there's something sort of like historical and nostalgic about Sunday, but okay. I wouldn't. Am I crazy? I wouldn't rage if you moved it to Saturday. So be it. Move it to. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, Super Bowl Saturday. It's got a ring to it.
It's okay.
It doesn't bother me at all.
I want to watch the game and be entertained.
It doesn't bother me. I mean, it's the weekend leading up to the damn thing, and anyway, doesn't matter.
Right.
But you move media day up one day.
Right.
You move access to the whatever. Who gives a rat's ass? Saturday night, people got a chance to recover on Sunday. I don't care. Super Bowl Sunday, Super Bowl Saturday. Have they already coined the phrase? Have they got it copyrighted already?
I don't know.
And somebody else might have it copyrighted, and they might be tentative on doing that because they might have to pay $1 million for the rights of it.
Super Bowl Friday.
That Friday I would push. That I would push back against.
That would be stupid.
Yeah. Saturday or Sunday, I think I'd be okay with it.
And
Sunday still seems most. I guess Sunday seems most right, but whatever.
One more thing. I don't know if you guys touched on this or not earlier when talking about all things Caleb Williams to the Bears. He did set a record for most merchandise moved on Fanatics.
Oh, yeah. You said that.
This was Caleb Williams had the most merchandise sales on Fanatics ever. Set the record for draft night sales in any sport. That was just set by Caitlin Clark like a week ago.
Yes, that's correct.
Do you know who didn't sell one jersey?
Who?
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Correct.
How can that be?
He has not signed his agreement with the NFLPA, so when you go to buy his merch, it said pending him signing his agreement with the NFLPA.
Pending.
I did not know that. Okay.
He's not setting any records.
No, I guess not. He might set some receiving records. Got a chance to be awfully good. All right, that's the lunch rush.